Terve Jätkäsaari. Mikä meininki? No niin, hyvää sunnuntaita kaikki Jätkäsaaressa olevat. Osana kaupunkielämää Jätkäsaaressa Asuntomessut-tapahtumaa me on järjestetty AEC Hackathon vanhalla polilla. Teemana tulevaisuuden asumisen palvelut. Meillä on ollut yhteistyökumppanina Kiradigi ja Kojamo. Ja käydään ensiksi vähän Teemu Lehtisen kanssa, joka on Kiradigin ohjelmapäällikkö. Kysytään, että mistä nyt on oikein ollut kysymys.
Joo, meillä oli mahtava joukko porukkaa ja tiimejä työskentelemässä viikonloppuprojektia tuolla vanhalla polysteekkirakennuksella. Oikeastaan kehittäen uudenlaisia konsepteja asuminen palveluna ajatteluun ja myös sitten erilaisia teknisiä ratkaisuja rakennusten ylläpitoon.
No niin, sitten mun vasemmalla on Kojamon Heikki Hirvonen ja Teemu Suila. Teemu, miksi te lähdette mukaan ja minkälaiset haasteet te annoitte näille Hackathonin osallistujille?
No ensinnäkin Kojamo on Suomen suurin asuntosijoittaja ja tarjoaa asumisen palveluja Lumo-brändillä. Ja meidän tavoitteena ja missiona on luoda parempaa kaupunkiasumista. Ja mikä sen parempi kuin antaa Hackathonin joukko pohtia niitä meille. Meillä oli mahdollisuus tarjota tuo tapahtumapaikka myöskin Heipälahden torin varrelta, vanha polysteekkirakennus, joka on ollut koulukäytössä 1877-luvulta. Ja annettiin tehtäväksi vähän miettiä, että millä tavalla sitä rakennusta voisi sitten tämän paremman kaupunkiasumisen näkökulmasta käyttää ja minkälaisia uusia palveluja siellä voisi tarjota. Ja yleisön joukossa näyttää olevan meidän tulevia asukkaita, että siinä vaiheessa kun vanhempien nurkissa luuhaaminen alkaa väsyttää, niin lumo.fi.
Alright, okay. Then we have our international guest here, Damon Hernandez, a guy from San Francisco, California. The founder also from AEC Hackathon. So could you say something about what is a hackathon all about?
Sure. A hackathon is all about essentially developing a technology solution. So for example, everyone here is on their phones and very familiar with technology. And so it's about how do you take people who create technology, have ideas for technology, and then give them time to come and build solutions for the weekend.
If you compare this to other hackathons, what kind of hackathon was this in Helsinki today and last 2 days?
Well, here in Helsinki, this particular one is around the built environment. So it's about the people who design, build, fabricate, and then also manage the houses in our built environment. So that's what was the focus, was really the built environment for this specific one. And then Helsinki is unique because one, it was the first international market that we've had, and then also all the support from the different private and public partners.
Okay, I give you the floor for the competition, and Teemu, go on please.
Okei, eli nyt itse asiassa olisi vuorossa 3 parhaan tiimin pitchaukset, eli me ollaan tuomaristolla valittu viikonlopun 3 parasta tiimiä ja ne tulee nyt pitchaamaan kukin vuorollaan nyt lyhyet 5 minuutin pitchit heidän projekteistaan ja sen jälkeen tehdään palkintojen jako. Olkaa hyvä, ensimmäinen tiimi, Blurring Boundaries.
Hello! So we are Emmi, Anja, Daniel and Joel, and we're going to present our concept Blurring Boundaries today. So basically when we think about home, I think my home, my style and my rules. I'm rooted, I feel like I belong somewhere.
When I think about a hotel, I think about convenience, flexible arrangements, and the services offered.
But what we are trying to achieve here is we're presenting a service concept that combines the two of the both worlds. We call this Lumo Homel.
Basic services would include private rooms, accessibility to common areas, Wi-Fi, and the Lumo app that is very special to our project. Premium services would be customized apartments, room services including a changing daily menu, and experiences and event planning.
So we're basically having 4 different plans and memberships, depending on the time and the length of your stay, starting from 1 day to 1 month, 1 to 3 months, or even over a year. And the pricing would be varying so that the longer you stay, the less you pay per night. So what we try to achieve with the day pass is that someone visiting or a neighbor could come and meet and use the spaces that are currently empty or left over, or else how available for outsiders to use. But this also helps decrease or increase the occupancy rate of the building. So why we think this will be successful is that currently owner-occupied housing is really popular in Finland, but it's different when you look at the Helsinki region and if you look at the age group 20 to 29. And also the average age of first home buyers is rising fast.
If we talk about co-living searches on Google, we notice that there has been 3 times as many searches in the last 2 years. So there's a huge demand.
We're now going to talk a little bit about the demo.
Okay, we have this mobile application here where you can order any service. Anything is inside the one application. You can order food from any restaurant or chief menu. Today is chicken, by the way. Then you can find events from the map. So let's go. Well. Demo effect. It's crashed. There's a location-based service where you can select buildings from the map and you see all the events there. And there's some concerts here right now, actually soon. So I think you are waiting for that.
So what they think this app could do eventually is it could show you the information regarding your site or home, but it could also help people build communities. So, for example, people could tag places, events, or each other and start building a community. For example, see what's cooking in the building. And this app would link to a touchscreen on the reception floor where people could see what's happening on the site. So let's see how that would work. So what's cooking?
As we were saying, we live in a connected world, and anywhere where you go, whether it's buildings, friends' houses, whatever it is, if you're not connected to the people around you and you're not connected to everything and you don't have access to the information around you, that's going to be a terrible experience. You're going to move on. So one of the things we wanted to do was create a touch point that the first thing you come and you see when you enter one of these buildings is what connections do I have to my friends and to the building around me. So what you're seeing up on the screen now would be an interactive touchscreen that would be at the entrance of the hotel or anywhere within it. And one of the things this allows you to do is see the various facilities that are available within that, and you might be able to even link this to locations of friends and figure out how to connect and where to connect and creating social events. One of the examples that this might be, for instance, is we would want to look at what's happening in the kitchen. So we could click on what's happening now, click on the part of the building that is highlighted, which is showing where the event is happening, and we can see that at 7 p.m. there's going to be a cooking class, which is going to teach you how to make the perfect omelette. This can be used for the various different facilities that would be available as well, such as booking a room for yourself, finding out where you stay in the hotel, finding services that you might need should anything go wrong or you need to comment, or shared spaces that you could just hang out with your friends. So these are just some of the use cases that you'd be able to do within the app.
So what you just saw there is what the end user would use and see. But what we can also do is we can take this backstage to the maintenance company or to the real estate owner so that they can get data from the use and use that to improve the efficiency and improve the services eventually. So So this is our concept for Lumo Homel, bringing convenience, flexibility and community together. But let's not end there, let's scale it up. So you saw that as a building level, but let's see, Kojamo has a lot of properties close by. So let's connect these blocks so that not one building has to have all services and all facilities, but they can be dispersed in different buildings. With the app, you can access all of these from one location. We think this will bring people together from only not one building, but also from the neighboring areas. But we can also see that this could connect not only blocks and certain buildings, but also you could move from one city area to another, or even one region to another. Why not even further?
And it scales up to the whole world also if you want. So one application for anything.
So thank you. This is Lumo Homel, connecting urban and digital nomads. Thank you.
All right, thank you, team Blurring Boundaries. Next up will be team Huoltotonttu. Welcome.
Hello everyone. Hello. Are you ready to rock and roll? Yeah. 3 supporters here. You're getting a special prize. Yeah. I'm very happy that all of you came out to see us and not Mikael Gabriel. We never want to stand in front of you guys and Mikael Gabriel. So I'll tell you my story. So I'm going to tell you about Huoltotonttu. It's a facility care predictive insights. Thanks for the support. I'll tell you what this means. So something that we all share is that we spend 90% of our lives in buildings, and the health of the building is very important to our health. If something is wrong in a building, the lifestyle is damaged. And what happens when something goes wrong is that you or your friend will notice something is up and send a service request so that people like what we call facility managers and property owners would come and fix some stuff up, fix the light up, fix the table up. What happens is that there is a lot of service requests being accumulated, and they all look something like that. Lots of text, very difficult to analyze. But these things are important because they give us clues to what is wrong with the building. And what we call predictive insights is what we can learn about these issues from a building that goes wrong over time. What issues take the most time, what issues are most common, and whether there are any trending patterns of issues of buildings. So we take a lot of these texts, and they are very difficult to analyze because they're natural language. Why are they difficult to analyze? Because you have these words like lampu, valaisin, loisteputki. They all mean the same thing, but it's very difficult for a computer to understand that. So our solution is Huoltotonttu, which is an AI that understands the meanings of text. And we take more than 5,000 service requests, push it into the AI, and we train a system. And what we can get is something like this. So Huoltotonttu is able to tag and summarize a very large amount of text and present it in a very easily accessible way. The longest bar that you see there is the one that is the most frequent. And without doing anything at all, you can tell rather pre-attentively what might be the biggest issues that needs addressing. On the far side, there are panels and topical filters that you can drill into the data and understand the problems a bit deeper. We have also this location segmentation within our building so that we can segment the data that we get by the floors and the staircases. And this is not by tagging, but the algorithm extracts these directly from the text to segment. We can continue on and look at the duration of the issues. We can very easily see some issues take longer than others, and some issues, they have more variation within how long they will be addressed. Something else like this could be seen. Then we have a trending graph where you can input any kind of a query term. There we have CVOS, so cleaning, and we can see that there is a spike in sauna cleaning issues quite easily. So perhaps I can start to wrap up, and I'll tell you what is the value for the facility managers and the owners. So to predict, based on quantitative insights, what a building may suffer or may go wrong is very difficult. We enable that quantitatively. That allows cities and building owners to plan and budget most appropriately and target the most critical issues globally. And that results in happy people that are living in happy buildings and healthy buildings. Yeah, thank you very much. So, whom of you wants a piece of the action and pilot with us? We got 2 supporters.
Thanks, Tonttu. Next up is Mozilla Scanner. Go ahead.
Okay, hello Lautasari. We are engineering superheroes, and we were at this hackathon to join our superpowers, which is building physics, artificial intelligence, and the user interface development to fight the Moldzilla, which is actually a mold. And Moldzilla is a monster which eats our houses, our schools, and occasionally some swimming pools and so on. So we are gonna find this. And I work in building physics, and it's not easy work. Before 10 years ago, we had to make calculations just by hands, and then now we use computers, which can make a lot of calculation fast. But for the real world problems, it still take a lot of time. So yeah, these tools are just really hard to use, and you can't bring into every corner of the city to find the Moldzilla, so it finds its way. But that's here we need robots help us, and this robot is powered by artificial intelligence.
Right. So what we're doing is we're teaching the robot how to fight the mold by feeding it examples of mold and not mold, and then it learns from these examples and will be able to fight mold by identifying it so that we can prevent it from happening.
And we are going to build an application which can be used, for instance, some young guys here, hopefully, when you are buying your first house, the application is ready and you can check up, is it likely to have the mold inside the walls or no. Also, some kinds of application can be used by big firms or even cities to ensure that its dwellers are healthy and not suffer from mold damage. This is about an application we want to make for the first instance, and we have some code on GitHub that you can check up if you like coding. And so they are our users, and we like to first make a mobile application for just normal people, and then serve engineers and companies and eventually even the government. Future model improvements.
Yeah, so we've got a simple model, and we need more examples of mold and not mold to be able to make it better at identifying these situations. We can also add more physics to the calculations. That way the mold robot will be more robust. All right, thank you guys. That's it.
Let's find the Moldzilla.
All right, thank you. And now it's time to announce the winners and deliver the prizes. So the third place and 1,000 euros, kolmas sija ja 1,000 euroa goes to Team Moldzilla. Welcome. Congratulations. You can stay here. All right, and then the second prize, which is actually 1,500 euros. Toinen palkinto 1,500 euroa goes to Team Huoltotonttu. Congrats. Yeah, some fans there. All right, so the grand prize first prize goes to Team Blurring Boundaries, and the prize is going to be 2,500 euros plus a weekend getaway at Lumo Studio. Congratulations. All right, some words. You guys want to say something?
Right, thank you everybody for participating. This was a great event and great ideas for us as a company to bring forward. So thanks and congratulations.
Thank you.